Welcome to today's video. We're going to go over really quickly the series challenge status of where we're at, what we read, what we DNF'd, and what we're going to read. All of it really quick, really fast. So let's get going. Here in a minute, I'll put up where we're actually at, but really quick, let's break down the goals. So there's really only two main goals for the series, and one of those is 25 or less series in progress, and then 30 or more series complete or up to date. When I say up to date, I just mean the series still has books coming out, but I've read all of them that are out that are currently published. Now let's actually go into the stats, and I'm going to show my series stats for 2024 of kind of where we were at. Last year, we left off with 24 completed and 33 in progress and 212 series that are on the list. Now, let's go into 2025. Where are we at now? The end of quarter one for 2025 is we have 241 series being tracked, so we've really upped that. That's always going to keep going up. I'm not really too concerned over that. We did increase the DNF series from 22 to 33. I kind of went through and was like, do I really want to continue this series? If I didn't, I DNF'd it. If I did, I kept it on there. So some of that is just really going through and thinking about whether it's something I would or will actually want to read this year or anytime soon. We do have 38 series in progress. Some of those books are now open to be published, or I started a new series and there's just more books to read. We have 26 updated or completed, so we did make progress on that. That's really good news. We're getting closer to the 30 goal. I didn't get all the books out, so there are two series that I did finish reading this quarter. The first series I completed was the Crimson Moth duology by Kristen Cicerelli. I really liked this series. It's got a little bit of romance, a little bit of fantasy. Overall, really good, but Gideon is a witch hunter, and then there's Rune, who's the Crimson Moth, and Rune's trying to protect all the witches who are being hunted by the witch hunters after the reign of witches has ended. And during this time, the most infamous witch hunter, Gideon, and Rune, the Crimson Moth, fall in love, and they just don't know if they can trust each other. They're on very opposite sides going through this journey of saving the witches and protecting against the witches, I guess, if you're Gideon. But overall, really fun book, good magical world. I think it was very well executed. I think it was good that it was kept as a duology. I think it ended and it was a perfect length. So next is the Fix It Witch series. There's 4 of them. I really liked the first 3. However, the last one, the last purple house in town, absolutely not. But essentially there was these group of witches who have different kinds of magic. Some can fix things. They just have different kind of magics depending on which story you're going through. A lot of the characters are really fun. It's lighthearted. It is a romance. However, just for some reason, and I will link my reviews to the last purple house in town, I really just disliked it. I will keep up with the series if more come out, but I am completed and up to date on that one. Now let's go and focus on the series that I started in the first quarter, and the first one is the Glimmer Fall series by Sarah Haley. This is a fantasy romance, a romantasy, if you will. This was fun. The first one's witch and warlock, witch and demon. The demon is the most ruthless of there is, and he has a soul due to a bargain that went bad. She has summoned him, and he's trying to get her to sell his soul to go away, but she refuses, and love ensues. So this is another kind of like the Fix It Witch series, where it's a romantasy fantasy. So that'll be really fun. The next series I was really surprised about, because I had seen people talk about this book a lot, but then one time I saw a booktuber or a book talker, I don't remember which one, but they sold it to me. I instantly had to get it. I did read it and absolutely fell in love. So excited to keep reading this series. But the Archetypes series by Neil Shusterman. This is about a world where nobody dies. It's almost like a utopia, but the Scythes are there to pick who's going to die in order to kind of do population control. However, the Scythes are kind of getting out of control, but there was 2 apprentice Scythes who have come into their own, and at the end of this, there's quite the cliffhanger, and I really want to continue on. I think there's 2 or 3 more books. And yeah, really excited to hopefully get this series completed by the end of the year. Another series I started in the fall winter time, which has the vibes, was the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. What is this called? The Cafe series. I don't know. I'll put it on the screen. But this was really fun, lighthearted. It is a romance, but it just has such seasonal vibes. Is it the best book in the world? No, but I think it'll be a fun book that each one of them kind of has those vibes and to read them in those seasons. So I think it was fun. I'll keep reading it. And yeah, another series that is kind of like a YA, but is Rebel Rose. Each one has this is the Queen's Council series. This one's Rebel Rose. I read another one, the Mulan one. I'll put it on the screen. I don't remember it, but I can't think of the name of it right off the top of my head. So these are based off of like Disney princesses in their story continuation. So after their story is ended in Disney, then bring them into the real world. I think that both of the authors did a fantastic job of really bringing to light those characters, continuing their story on, putting so many Easter eggs and little clues to the original stories and just built on it in such a way that I think they did a fantastic job. There's 2 or 3, I think there's like 4 so far. I imagine this will keep going on. Yeah, I really liked it. These are YA, but I think that they're really well written and just well incorporate the new story with the old. So, well done. Another series that technically was up to date, but now the second in the series, which originally I didn't know there was going to be a second one, but I'm excited for, is The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. Apparently there's a second one, and I'm all for it. Love this book. I am going to reread this just because, 1, I want an excuse to reread it, and 2, so I can make sure I know all the details when we do this. Anyways, yes, House in the Cerulean Sea, there's these magical youth that live in this place on the Cerulean Sea because they are kind of so dangerous, and there's this gentleman who has to go, I don't remember exactly what they called him. Linus is summoned by the extremely upper management, and he has to go do this classified assignment to go check on and make sure that these youth are not in danger and if anything needs to be done. But TJ Klune has such a way with characters and writing and just world building. Fantastic job, and yeah, so I'm excited for that. I will link any videos to my series challenge or any book reviews that I have, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!